Welcome to Suchitra Books. Like, subscribe, and share Suchitra Books, Banking and Finance Channel. RBI Priority Sector Lending Guidelines, Part 1/4. Question 1. What is the purpose of the RBI Priority Sector Lending Guidelines? A. To restrict credit flow to certain sectors. B. To ensure adequate flow of credit to underserved but credit-worthy sectors. C. To increase profitability of banks. D. To reduce lending to agriculture. Answer. B. To ensure adequate flow of credit to underserved but credit-worthy sectors. Question 2. The target for priority sector lending is computed on the basis of A. Only A and BC. B. Only CEOBE. C. A and BC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. D. A and BC or CEOBE, whichever is lower. Answer. C. A and BC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Question 3. What is the full form of A and BC under PSL framework? A. Adjusted net bank credit. B. Average net bank capital. C. Adjusted net banking corporation. D. Annual net banking credit. Answer. A. Adjusted net bank credit. Question 4. What is the full form of CEOBE? A. Credit equivalent of off-balance sheet exposures. B. Capital equivalent of off-balance sheet exposures. C. Credit exposure of off-balance sheet entities. D. Capital exposure of off-balance sheet entities. Answer. A. Credit equivalent of off-balance sheet exposures. Question 5. The term credit equivalent of off-balance sheet exposures, CEOBE, for PSL calculation is guided by A. RBI PSL directions. B. RBI Large Exposures Framework. C. RBI Capital Adequacy Directions. D. Both B and C as applicable. Answer. D. Both B and C as applicable. Question 6. The amount to be excluded from A and BC for computing PSL targets will not exceed A. Total advances. B. Incremental FCNR/B/NRE deposits eligible for exemption from CRR/SLR. C. 10% of A and BC. D. 5% of A and BC. Answer. B. Incremental FCNR/B/NRE deposits eligible for exemption from CRR/SLR requirements. Question 7. Which of the following is excluded from A and BC for PSL calculation? A. Advances to priority sector. B. Advances to non-priority sector. C. Eligible amount for exemptions on issuance of long-term bonds for infrastructure and affordable housing. D. Export credit. Answer. C. Eligible amount for exemptions on issuance of long-term bonds for infrastructure and affordable housing. Question 8. What is the overall priority sector lending target for domestic scheduled commercial banks, excluding RRBs and SFBs, and foreign banks with 20 or more branches in India? A. 32% of ANBC or CEOBE. B. 40% of ANBC or CEOBE. C. 75% of ANBC or CEOBE. D. 18% of ANBC or CEOBE. Answer. B. 40% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Explanation. Domestic scheduled commercial banks and foreign banks with 20+ branches must deploy 40% of their adjusted net bank credit, ANBC, or credit equivalent amount of off-balance sheet exposure, CEOBE, whichever is higher, towards priority sector lending. Question 9. Which of the following banking categories has the highest overall priority sector lending target of 75% of ANBC? A. Foreign banks with less than 20 branches. B. Urban cooperative banks, UCBs. C. Regional rural banks, RRBs. D. Public sector banks. Answer. C. Regional rural banks, RRBs. Question 10. What is the total PSL target for small finance banks, SFBs? A. 75% of ANBC or CEOBE. B. 60% of ANBC or CEOBE. C. 40% of ANBC or CEOBE. D. 35% of ANBC or CEOBE. Answer. B. 60% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Question 11. Which of the following is not an eligible category under RBI's priority sector lending framework? A. Education. B. Renewable energy. C. Real estate/commercial housing. D. Social infrastructure. Answer. C. Real estate/commercial housing. Explanation. The 8 main categories defined under PSL are agriculture, MSME, export credit, education, housing, social infrastructure, renewable energy, and others. Question 12. Under the RBI PSL guidelines for commercial banks, what is the mandatory sub-target for lending to the agriculture sector? A. 10%, B. 12%, C. 18%, D. 7.5%. Answer. C. 18% of ANBC or COEBE, whichever is higher. Question 13. Within the agriculture target of 18%, what is the sub-target for small and marginal farmers, SMFs? A. 6%, B. 8%, C. 10%, D. 12%. Answer. C. 10% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Question 14. Within the agriculture target of 18%, how much is prescribed for non-corporate farmers, NCFs? A. 10%, B. 12%, C. 14%, D. 16%. Answer. C. 14% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Question 15. Non-corporate farmers under PSL include which of the following? A. Individual farmers including small and marginal farmers. B. Proprietorship firms of farmers. C. SHGs or JLGs of individual farmers. D. All of the above. Answer. D. All of the above. Question 16. The definition of small and marginal farmers is relevant for which sub-target? A. Agriculture target of 18%. B. Non-corporate farmers target of 14%. C. Small and marginal farmers sub-target of 10%. D. Weaker sections target of 12%. Answer. C. Small and marginal farmers sub-target of 10%. Question 17. Marginal farmer under PSL refers to farmers with landholding up to 0.5 hectare, farmers with landholding up to 1 hectare, farmers with landholding up to 2 hectares, farmers with landholding up to 5 hectares. Answer. B. Up to 1 hectare. Question 18. Small farmer under PSL refers to farmers with landholding more than 1 hectare and up to 2 hectares, farmers with landholding up to 1 hectare, farmers with landholding more than 2 hectare and up to 3 hectares, farmers with landholding up to 5 hectares. Answer. A. Farmers with landholding more than 1 hectare and up to 2 hectares. Question number 19. If a farmer has 0.7 hectares of land, he will be classified as small farmer, marginal farmer, other farmer, large farmer. Answer B. Marginal farmer.
Question 20. If a farmer has 1.7 hectares of land, he will be classified as A. Marginal farmer, B. Small farmer, C. Other farmer, D. Large farmer. Answer B. Small farmer.
Question 21. As per RBI PSL Master Direction 2025, no loan-related and ad hoc service charges/inspection charges shall be levied on priority sector loans up to Rs 1 lakh, Rs 25,000, Rs 75,000, Rs 50,000. Answer D. Rs 50,000. Question 22. What is the micro-enterprises lending target for domestic commercial banks? A. 5% of ANBC or CEOBE. B. 7.5% of ANBC or CEOBE. C. 10% of ANBC or CEOBE. D. 12% of ANBC or CEOBE. Answer B. 7.5% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher.
Question 23. What is the advances to weaker sections target for domestic commercial banks? A. 10% of ANBC or CEOBE. B. 12% of ANBC or CEOBE. C. 15% of ANBC or CEOBE. D. 18% of ANBC or CEOBE. Answer B. 12% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher.
Question 24. What is the advances to weaker sections target for regional rural banks? A. 10% of ANBC or CEOBE. B. 12% of ANBC or CEOBE. C. 15% of ANBC or CEOBE. D. 18% of ANBC or CEOBE. Answer C. 15% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Question 25. Foreign banks with less than 20 branches have a total PSL target of 40%. Out of this, up to what percentage can be in the form of export credit? A. 24%, B. 28%, C. 32%, D. 35%. Answer C. 32% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Question 26. For foreign banks with less than 20 branches, what is the minimum percentage that must be lent to any other priority sector other than export credit? A. 4%, B. 6%, C. 8%, D. 10%. Answer C. 8% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Question 27. What is the total PSL target for urban cooperative banks, UCBs? A. 40% of ANBC or CEOBE. B. 60% of ANBC or CEOBE. C. 75% of ANBC or CEOBE. D. 18% of ANBC or CEOBE. Answer B. 60% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Question 28. What is the micro-enterprises target for urban cooperative banks? A. 5% of ANBC or CEBE. B. 7.5% of ANBC or CEBE. C. 10% of ANBC or CEBE. D. 12% of ANBC or CEBE. Answer B. 7.5% of ANBC or CEBE, whichever is higher. Question 29. What is the advances to weaker sections target for urban cooperative banks? A. 10% of ANBC or CEOBE. B. 12% of ANBC or CEOBE. C. 15% of ANBC or CEOBE. D. 18% of ANBC or CEOBE. Answer. B. 12% of ANBC or CEOBE, whichever is higher. Question 30. How is the net PSLC outstanding adjusted in the computation of ANBC? A. Net PSLC outstanding is deducted from net bank credit. B. Net PSLC outstanding is added to net bank credit. C. Only PSLC purchases are added to ANBC. D. Only PSLC sales are deducted from ANBC. Answer. B. Net PSLC outstanding is added to net bank credit. The net PSLC outstanding, PSLC buy minus PSLC sell, is added to the net bank credit. Thanks for watching. Suchitra Books.